Britain's getting smaller. Or at least Network Rail's hoping long-distance rail commuters might feel that way by 2030. But that's only if plans for a new high-speed railway link between London and Scotland via Manchester go ahead. With trains travelling as fast as 200 miles per hour, travel times could be dramatically reduced. The proposed new line would get passengers from London to Glasgow and include stops in Manchester, Liverpool and Birmingham. The journey time from the capital to Manchester would be a mere 1 hour and 6 minutes, which would almost halve the 2 hours 8 minutes taken by the existing rail link and be only minutes longer than a flight between the cities. Travellers between London and Birmingham could complete the trip in only 3/4 of an hour, down from the current 1 hour 22 minutes. And those going between London and Glasgow could be at their destination in only 2 hours and 16 minutes, down from a current travel time of just over 4 hours. For passengers in Manchester, the thought of faster routes is a welcome one.
I think it'd cut down on unnecessary internal flights if you could get here in an hour, because obviously it takes an hour to fly up here.
Less fuel emission, cheaper, and let's get going with it. Too late, really. I travel in Europe a lot and it's so much faster there. I can go from Rome to southern Italy for the time it takes to come to Manchester, which is ridiculous.
It's thought the project would cost around £34 billion. But those who see it as a chance to combat overcrowding and congestion on both national and local rail networks think it will be money well spent.
What you'll see is the long-distance passengers will all switch onto these new lines, and you'll have more capacity. You'll be able to run more trains for the shorter distance journeys, because many of the routes into Manchester from Bolton, from Warrington, are hugely crowded in the morning. And hopefully, what this will mean is that there'll be more space on the lines to run more trains from those sorts of towns.
But do you think by investing into high-speed lines that might divert the government's attention to other forms of transport?
Well, it's certainly a risk, and what we wouldn't want to see is the funding for this sort of proposal taking away from other aspects of the railway.
Now, about 12 months of in-depth study and analysis has gone into Network Rail's proposals for what it believes would be the best route for a high-speed link, both financially and environmentally. But ultimately, the decision is down to the government. But it's conducting its own rail network review and said that it will take full account of today's proposals. So it looks like Network Rail's plans may well be on the right track. Georgia Calvin-Smith, Channel M Today.